go upstairs and get proper shoes.
Whatever is comfortable for you, I think. Where are you going to be shooting? So we are here.
I'm shooting across you.
Back in the chair.
That's all? Where would you prefer Mike to sit, Eric?
Well, the key to my survival is never in much doubt.
Yeah. No, we're going over their top.
Oh.
Or might be.
In and out of hiding places, soon I have to face the facts. We'd have to sit down and talk it over. That we ain't going back. They say that time is a healer, and now my wounds are not the same. But I rang that bell with my heart in my mouth. I had to feel what it said.
It seemed to be an easier album to write than Invisible Touch. It seemed to be quite quick in the way things came together. But I'd say it's the way we did it was the same. But obviously, that's just a matter of the moon being in the correct house and how easy it is, isn't it, really? I don't know about these things. It's all luck, really.
I think if you're doing carry on sort of more than one career at the same time, which is kind of what we're doing, you need to spend the time away. And I think nowadays, albums seem to have longer and longer lives as well. Invisible Touch was sort of a current album for at least a year, really. Whereas in the old days, you put an album out and then after the first week it was sort of over, actually, So you couldn't afford to have long gaps like you can now.
In the early days, when we didn't make an album for a year, you get phone calls from America saying, some radio stations have announced you split up. So it's fairly natural, and I think people see us doing solo stuff, which is automatically, they presume that that's it, it's all over.
We've got a style, there's no doubt about it. There is a stamp, and within that area we try and move around as much as we possibly can because it makes it interesting for us as writers. But I think it's too late in the game to sort of say that we haven't got a style. And if you either like that area that we work in or you don't, really.
We always try and look for little sort of areas that we haven't covered before. And the most obvious one on this album would be the song I Can't Dance, which is a sort of funny, in a way it's funny because it's an area that other groups probably have covered, but we kind of wanted to see if we could do it, and we purposely kept it fairly unarranged and loose idea and just put it down very quickly.
I think this is the first album, either that I can remember or for a long time anyway, that I feel is close to each song as the one before or the one after. Usually there's a couple of songs that you feel a little less close to because you either had a little less involvement in it or it reflects a little less of you. But on this album, I feel very close to all of them.
We felt the song had all of the strengths, it represented Genesis, and it would also contrast well with things that are going down at the moment, and it's just sort of so different to anything you're going to hear on the radio.
No Son of Mine always seemed a very strong track when we recorded it, actually. It had a strong atmosphere. It kind of started, Tony sampled, I was playing a guitar phrase, and Tony sampled it and turned it upside down and slowed it down, which is that kind of strange elephant noise that starts the track. And that's really how we started, in fact, with a kind of elephant noise stroke atmosphere, and Phil just started singing. And as normally happens, once you have an atmosphere, you have a sort of direction to develop the song.
I was singing that chorus, son of mine, long before the lyrics were written and at the same time as when the music was written. And then Mike said to me, I think you should write this. this lyric because it sounds like you're singing No Son of Mine, and I hadn't really thought about what I was singing, but that's what I was singing.
I Can't Dance kind of said something nice for us. Partly, in this moment in time with all the dance music and the rap stuff, is just kind of, we just don't do it, which kind of seemed to fit with the title We Can't Dance.
I approached this album with a little bit of trepidation. I didn't know. I'd been on the road with my band for 10 months, playing my music, and I'd loved it. You know, I'd really had a great time. I did the, but seriously, you know, I mean, a solo albums are great fun to do. And I thought a Genesis album, well, we'll do it, you know, but I wonder what it's going to be like, because I don't know. I genuinely didn't know. And after a couple of days, and you see the kind of material that's coming out from just the three of us being in the room, you think, yes, this is good fun. I am enjoying this. And so it's almost, when I say at the end of it, it's great, I'm really proud of it, it's actually more surprise, you know. That actually, I'm surprised that it actually turned out as good as it did.